All right, everyone, welcome to another JSON API lesson. And today we are going to continue where we left off. I'm going to open up the booking handler. Because booking handler test, by the way, booking handler test, right? Because it's going to be very important because we are going to test if an admin can actually, if a normal user can access, how we can test how a normal user cannot access and an admin user can access certain routes. Very important in your testing, right? So we have this test admin get bookings, right? So we're basically going to test if an admin can access the bookings, and of course we're also going to make a false test so that users cannot access it, right? So what we're going to do here, we have this booking. I'm going to delete this. What we're going to do, to be honest, I'm going to say this real quick, equals booking. That basically means we're going to mug the value so we don't have the compiler complaining all the time. Yeah, so what we're going to do, I think we need to do an app, and we're going to say it's going to be a fiber new, just like that. Then we're going to say an admin. We're going to make the admin route, right? The admin group. Let's do something else. Let's first make it simple. We're going to say, let me open up user handler test so we can see how it all kind of, then we need to make this handler. That's true. So we're going to say the booking handler is going to be a new booking handler. We're going to give this the DB store. And then we're going to say something like app get, right? We're going to get to slash, and we're going to say booking handler get bookings, right? Get bookings, something like that. What's going on here? Handle get bookings. That's what we need. All right, that's fine. Let's. I think we can kill this now. So what we're gonna do is this app get is fine. So then we're gonna say something like a request is going to be an HTTP new request, and we're gonna say slash get. Not slash get, we're going to say it's get request. We're going to do slash and nil because we don't have any body. And then we're going to say app test this request. And that's going to be a response and an error, of course. And then we're going to say if r is not null, we are going to fatal this error. Of course, that's fine. HTTP new is going to be HTTP test new request. Yes. So we have this request. Then we're gonna actually, what do we expect? Well, we expect a slice of a JSON response with a slice of bookings, right? That's what we expect. So how are we gonna do that? Well, we're gonna say var bookings is going to be a slice of types. Whoa, booking, right? And then we're gonna say if r is going to be JSON new decoder, that's going to be the response body. Decode everything into this bookings variable, and if the error is not null, we of course going to fatal out the error. Boom, that's it. That's fine. That's all good. The next what we're gonna do is let's see. Let's print these bookings, right? Println bookings. We can also do, for example, an FMT. What's going on here? Should be fine. All right, so let's test this real quick. So we're going to test that. We're going to say run test. Cannot marshal array into go value of type booking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Problem. This should be n bookings. True that. Okay, so now we have this booking here. You see it's a pointer, but it's fine. It's going to be our booking. That's a problem. Why? Because it's a normal user, right? There's even no token. It's just a public route. We cannot do that. So how can we fix that? Well, we're going to say here in this app, we need to provide our GBT authentication and our admin middleware, right? GBT middleware, admin middleware. So we're going to say admin is going to be an app.group, right? And we're going to group this at, you could do it at slash or at admin, it doesn't really matter. We're going to group it at slash, and we're going to add basically the GBT, the middleware, middleware.gbt authentication. Of course, here needs to be the user store, db user. And then we're going to say middleware admin out, right? These two. Then we have our admin prefix here. So we're going to say booking handler, app get. That's going to be admin get, right? Can we do some cool stuff here in this test to make it even better? I'm going to say var. Look at these things all the time. Look at this. We could actually make an app fiber thing here. All fine. I don't think we need this. We do. This admin route. Put it in here. Booking handler. Put it in here. So you see we have this nice stuff going on here. Booking admin. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So what we do is we basically say admin get booking handler get booking. So it's basically going to give us the GBT out and admin protection. So that basically means that if we do this, first of all, I'm going to check the status, right? If response, no, it's fine. Let's do this like that, and let's see what is going on here, right? Let's test this. Token not present in the header, right? Token is not present in the header, and that's because what we could do is basically this: if response status code is not equal HTTP status OK, we're going to fatal num 200 response. Boom. And then we're going to say this percentage. Let's do log left percentage d HTTP status. No, it's going to be response status code. Response status code. Boom. Fine. Let's see what's going on here. Run test. Token not present in the header, and then non 200 response got 500. Right. All good. That's because we actually just do an internal server error, right? If you don't know what I mean, normally you should do not authorized or something, right? But it doesn't matter. Yes, so how can we fix that? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set our token, right? Let's first set the wrong token. This request, right? We're going to say request header. We're going to add a header, and that's going to be X API token. And that's going to be create token from user. Create token from user, right? Just like that. Let's run this again. All right. So now it's basically unauthorized, but it's still giving us 500, but that's fine. We're going to fix that later on. That's fine. We are a normal user. We cannot access this resource, right? But we can make something like an admin user, right? And that's going to be a fixtures.addUser db store. We can call this admin, and that's going to be true. It's going to be an admin. And then instead of create token from user here, we can say create token from user, admin user, right? Now it's going to authenticate itself as an admin user. Let's see what happens then. Run test. Boom. And now we get our beautiful bookings back. So that's fine. So what we're going to do, basically, we have this booking here. That's fine. We're going to compare these two. So we're going to say if len bookings is not 1, t fatal f expected 1 booking got none. Yeah, fine. Wait. Got percentage D. Len bookings. That's actually a little bit better. Bookings. All right, that's that. So then I'm going to basically say, we could do a reflect. We're going to say if reflect deep equal, if it's not actually, to be honest. And that's going to be the booking we have, and also the booking we have, and then the bookings first entry. Let's copy tfatal f basically, and we're going to say expected bookings to be equal, something like that. Quote please. Yes, fine. Fatal, gonna be this one. Let's see if that's gonna work out. Let's run test. We have actually an error, and that could be a lot of reasons. So I'm gonna actually say fmt printf percentage plus v new line, and it's gonna be the booking, right? And of course we're gonna do this again with the bookings 0 to see what the difference is between these things, because it could be that we have some values that are being returned from the database but not from the JSON API, right? Yeah, these are the same. It's perfectly fine. This is good. Room ID cancelled is also false. I think we have something. There should be some problematic problem somewhere. I don't know. I cannot spot it directly. I see what it's doing. It's basically because we didn't set these... it's these timestamps that's basically fucking us. But that's no problem. It's a timestamp. Golang is basically... Yeah, it's generating the... Not the date, but the time itself. Actually, but what we could do in case of that, right? We could do something like if... Actually, let's say half is going to be bookings 0, right? We're going to say if half.id is not booking.id, we could say tfatal. Font is huge. tfatalf expected percentage s got percentage s, and that's going to be half ID. No, we actually want the booking ID, by the way, booking ID, and we have ID, something like that. You could also do something, another thing is basically paste that in. I'm going to say if half dot user ID, can we say equal? It's timestamp. No, it's fine. User ID is not equal to the booking user ID. Then we're going to say it's going to be booking user ID half user ID. Something like that. Boom. Something like that. Of course, we can expand this list as much as you want. It's just for an example. Should be fine, right? Yes, so now the test is passing, so we know it's the same booking, right? Something like that. Of course, what we're going to do is we're also going to test a negative call. For example, if the user calls, we need to return a non-200 status code. So what we're going to do is we could do this, copy this actually, and then paste test user cannot access that. Test non-admin cannot access the bookings. Right, paste that in. So we're going to make a new request. It's going to be the same thing. Instead of this admin user, we're going to make a token of the user itself. We're going to basically say response r is going to be an app test. And then we're going to say if a response.status code equals, that is okay, expected a non-200 status code got this. Let's see if that's gonna work. So basically, we don't want 200, right? We don't want that at all, right? So the test is passing, and so it basically means the user has no access. Of course, we should actually test the correct status code, but because we have like a our error is not our error handling. Well, the error handling is okay, but it's just the status code is we needed to print out decently. is not set up yet. That basically means we cannot actually check the actual response status code we want. In this case, it's going to be a 500, which is not the correct one, right? It's an internal server error. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best, right? So that is this. The next thing we should test basically is this one, right? I'm going to say func test user get a booking. So we're going to say testing.t real quick. Boom. I think we can actually copy a lot of stuff from here. Let's do this, to be honest. Boom. We don't need this admin user. User hotel room, fine. This is the booking. Admin, we don't care. Fiber new. Actually, we want GBT. Can I do app again? I'm checking this. We probably can, right? So we're gonna say GBT app. Who cares? It's going to be app group / with a middleware GBT. We don't need the admin route. The DB user store. That's fine. We want /ID here, and we want the booking handler, right? So what we're also going to do is going to copy these things over, paste that in. This app, you don't care. We're going to say GBT app. We can actually say GBT route. Actually, to be honest, let's make this route. Route get /ID, which is going to be bookings handler, get booking, a single booking here. We need to test this /ID. Let's grab. So we made this booking here, right? This booking is added by the fixtures. So we're gonna say here fmt sprint f, and we want the. Actually, that's gonna be a string. Huh. Can we do that? That's probably going to give us problematic things. So user, so this is user that created that. We're going to do a response, test a rec. I should return one booking, right? So we're going to say var actually we could say a booking response is going to be a types booking, and then we go into decode this once again. Let me copy this thingy here, boom, just like that. Copy that in, paste that in, and then we're going to copy this booking response. And then we're going to print out this booking response, right? Let's see what's going on. I think we're going to have a problem with the ID. I think we're going to have an issue. Look at this. Yeah, so you see, it cannot parse this, right? So that's a little bit annoying. FMT sprintf, of course we cannot do that because we need a string of this booking ID. This is annoying. I'm going to return here. You see the booking. Booking.id.string for some reason does not return a string. Look at this. It's not returning the string we want. You see it return this object ID. We need to have this inside of these things. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Booking ID. What's the hex, actually? What's the hex? Let me see. Maybe that's the thing we want. Booking ID hex. Can you imagine? That's the thing we're looking for our whole life. Can you imagine this? It's that what we need. It's the hex. It's amazing. That's fine. That's good that we know that, to be honest. It doesn't make any sense, right? A hex, okay, maybe it does, but I was thinking about a string instead of a hex. All right, so what we're going to do is delete this whole printf. We don't need that because we are going to get... Actually, we do. We need to do an fmt as printf. And we're going to say something like /%s, and that's going to be booking.id. ID is fine. .hex. All right. Yes, that's what we want. Let me see what's going on. Let's do a test here. Cannot find the characters. That's going to be JSON problematic problems. I'm thinking, what's going on here? If you don't set the header, it's going to give us problems, right? That's a fact. Yeah, token not present, all good. What I'm gonna do is basically first check the status code. If response status code is not equal HTTP status is gonna be a 200, right? Status okay. Okay. The fatal non-200 code. Actually, yeah, let's do a fatal F. Let's make it clean. Non-200 code got %d, and that's going to be a response status code. Let's see what the status code is, to be honest. 404, it's not found. Okay, cool, I see what's going on. Not found. That basically means we made a mistake. Oh yeah, it's the app group here. It's the app group /ID. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it this, right? Because, yeah, otherwise it was ID/ID, and we don't want that. Let's do a slash. So basically every route is going to be protected. That's the problem here. Let's do another test. All right, we got this booking. Beautiful booking here, right? So it's working. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to copy something like here, for example, where we're going to check the ID. Where is that? Booking here. Let's do this, something like that. Boom. And let's copy that here. And it's going to be booking response. Booking response. I need the same thing. Booking response. And here. Booking response. Something like that, right? We don't need this. It's gonna be fine. Let's test this bad boy up. All good. Same booking. Perfectly fine. Then the next thing we're gonna do is basically gonna make a fake user. Non-out user. It's gonna be fixtures at usage. DB store. Jimmy. Water cooler. No admin. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a non-out user. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this request once again. Wait, where are we? This guy. Paste that in. We're going to make a new request to the same ID. Actually, copy this one. Paste that in. Delete this, do this. Perfectly fine. We're going to create a token of the non-out user. Non-authorized user for this kind of resource. We're going to test it again. And then we're going to say if response with status code is status okay. Expected to none. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So we're going to test it again because we're going to have an invalid user. Perfectly fine. So you see, that's all good, right? That's basically how you can test these things, right? So of course there are a lot of routes that needs to be tested like this, but I just want to give you an example on how, without any kind of framework, how you can test these things yourself, right? Not a big of a deal. You just need to have the correct the correct fixture setup and some instrumentation that makes testing a little bit easier, right? Yeah, that's going to be it for this testing episode. I hope everything is clear. And if you know what we just did with these, how we need to add these handlers, these tokens, and how to basically decode the response back and all that stuff, you basically know everything you need to know to test these HTTP handlers. Of course, if you really want, you can make this cleaner, right? You can actually make your own little testing framework, so you don't need to write a lot of code. But by the end of the day, this is how it's getting done. All right. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.